To be clear on the concept of this video, this isn't necessarily the best player each team has sold. Spurs, for example, have sold the likes of Gareth Bale and Luka Modric, but there isn't a fat lot for them to regret about those sales. They knew both players were exceptional and did all they could to keep hold of them, but ultimately Real Madrid proved to be irresistible from the players' perspectives. So, where possible, I'm looking for players that clubs willingly sold and live to regret. Arsenal. Serge Gnabry. Arsenal have sold a few good players in recent years, and the likes of Jeffrey Adelaide and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain deserve honourable mentions. The form of Serge Gnabry over the last couple of seasons makes him a very obvious standout candidate though, and Arsenal let the wide man go for just £5 million in 2016. The German youngster spent 5 seasons in North London, making 18 appearances in 2 years as part of the first team squad. An unsuccessful loan move to West Brom, where Tony Pulis described him as not being good enough for the Baggies, was presumably the final nail in the coffin for Gnabry's Arsenal career. He was snapped up by Werder Bremen, where an excellent season prompted Bayern Munich to activate his €8 million release clause. Following his season on loan at Hoffenheim, Gnabry stepped into the Bayern first team with real confidence last season, even picking up the Bayern Player of the Year award. The departures of Ian Robin and Frank Ribery in the summer have made the 24-year-old German even more integral at the Allianz Arena, and Arsenal can only watch on and wonder what may have been. Chelsea. Kevin De Bruyne. No team has willingly let go future world-class footballers as frequently as Chelsea. Of the plethora of players I could mention, the trio of Mohamed Salah, Romelu Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne stand out, and of the three, there are no prizes for guessing which one I think the Blues were most foolish to offload. Kevin De Bruyne spent just 2 seasons at Chelsea, one on loan in the Bundesliga, and he was sold to Wolfsburg in 2014. He won the Bundesliga Player of the Year award the following season, prompting Manchester City into a £55 million move, and the Belgian has been among the best midfielders on earth ever since. Manchester City. Jadon Sancho. There are lots of talented young players that have been sold by Man City, so many in fact, that I made an entire video not that long ago looking at 7 of the best youngsters offloaded by the club. Whilst there is no shortage of options, Jadon Sancho is a rare talent and a player Man City will already rue having let leave the club. Everyone at the Etihad, from the youth coaches all the way up to Pep Guardiola, was well aware of the teenager's talents. However, Man City's depth and talent on the flanks meant opportunities were at a premium even for such a talented prospect. Sancho wasn't happy to sit around and chose to join Borussia Dortmund as a replacement for Ousmane Dembele. Following his season settling in, Sancho has been among the best players in the Bundesliga, combining pace, trickery and real invention, scoring and assisting at a remarkable rate. He left Man City for just £8 million and is now being valued at over £100 million. Manchester United. Paul Pogba. It would be interesting to play out a what-if scenario in which Cristiano Ronaldo had spent the last decade at Manchester United instead of leaving the club in 2009. Clearly he's the best player to have been sold by the Red Devils, but it was a sale very much that the club didn't want to let happen. In terms of players they've willingly sold, the likes of Wilfried Zaha, Memphis Depay, Angel Di Maria and even Romelu Lukaku could improve their current side, but I'm throwing out a bit of a left field shout with Paul Pogba. Of course, Pogba is at Manchester United and has had a mixed return to the club, but had they never let him go in the first place, they would be £89 million better off, and that money could have been spent on 1 or 2 world-class players.